Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Welcome to Journey to Bliss. And I am Miss Bliss. We have a special guest this evening, Queen Afua. And I am on early to see if I have technical difficulties. Aha! There we go. It's always something now, isn't it? All right. So looks like I took care of that. So I have one more thing to get. Hey guys, let's do a little greetings here. I see you, Miss Bliss. Yes, I see you too. Y'all see my little screen background? I'm trying something different. Not sure if I really like it, but we'll see how it works out tonight. I don't like the way you're kind of disappearing when you move around. Looking forward to hearing this. Yes, thank you so much. Y'all see, I said big thank you to y'all for all of those who support me. I love you. Mwah. What's up? Good people exist. Greetings, Miss Bliss and Queen. Queen is on the way. I am waiting for her. So I just wanted to come on early to make sure we had everything in order and in alignment, and that all the brothers and sisters are here, that you could hear me clearly. You know, sometimes with the weather, the bad weather, and me traveling, sometimes I may have difficulty with the place that I'm at and getting the internet connected and so forth. But we're good right now, and we will be on and live in about 8 minutes. So I had a question, you guys. Do you notice like sudden changes in the energy, sort of sudden changes in the atmosphere in general with people, connections, places, things? It's like a shock to the system almost. I'm noticing that certain people are coming into alignment. I'm noticing that people are changing. Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of changes within relationships, friendships, situationships. You know what those are, right? Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all part of growing. It's all part of us evolving as humanity, I guess, right? Diana Farr speaking about uh, restoration, restoring the magic of humanity. So when we talk about humanity, of course, we're talking about the way you treat someone else, the way you would want them to treat you, right? How you want to be more loving, more nurturing, more caring. And the biggest part about humanity is empathy. And empathy is different from sympathy. Hey, peace, Cynthia. How are you? Peace and blessings. I'm waiting for Queen Afua. So I'm early, actually. I came on early because I wanted to make sure I was able to tackle all the intricate, the little details and, just so forth. So, yeah. So I was saying about like people. The biggest thing is empathy. And as opposed to sympathy. Sympathy is when you feel sorry for someone. It's kind of like that, oh, woe is me, woe is you, poor you, little you. Empathy is when you literally can put yourself in that person's shoes and say to yourself, what I want that done to me. And when you put yourself in that person's shoes, you feel different. When you feel sorry for someone, you're like, you feel sorry for them and then you're going about your business pretty much. But you're not really thinking about the situation. You're not really focusing on how horrible or terrible that situation is. When it's empathy, it's like you wouldn't want someone to do that to you. It's kind of like the saying, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Would you like someone to do that to your daughter? What you're doing or what you see someone else doing that may be low vibrational, would you like that to be done to your husband or to your son or to your wife? Like, how would you feel if that was you? And so we have people out here that are living this life where there are very bad things going on. And when these things turn around back on them, which is called karma, pretty much, they want you to have sympathy for them and have empathy for them. And so with that said, we all have to be able to treat each other like we care. This business of gossiping about each other, slandering each other's name, trying to mess up each other's reputation for whatever reason. If you're with someone and then you guys separate, acknowledge that separation and also learn to say that that was a journey that you had with that person for a short amount of time, and that maybe there was a lesson that was supposed to be taught, and just let it go. But a lot of us are addicted to people, addicted to situations, just multiple types of addictions. And so we struggle with letting go. We struggle with being good. And a lot of us, if we knew what people were doing behind the scenes, would you still rock with them? Would you still support them? Would you still be around them? If you knew. But that's part of the trauma, isn't it? Part of the trauma is when you have the ability to be around people, see them do bad things, know and be fully aware of what they're doing is low vibrational, and you still are around them and you support them and you say nothing. And so when I say you say nothing, you just gotta kind of pull the coattail. You don't have to curse anyone out. You don't have to be belligerent and blatantly disrespectful. However, if you're in a situation and you see, for example, a man beating up his wife, I mean, knocking her down, knocking her out, do you say anything? You're at a family gathering, right? Do you interfere? Do you separate them? Do you pull her into the bedroom where she can calm down? Do you tell him to take a walk around the block? Or do you pull out your phone and do a video? Or do you not say anything at all and say, hey, this is not my problem? And to me, in my own personal opinion, that's part of the community problems that we have, part of the issues that we have, because we see these things going on and we say nothing. We don't step in and we don't correct it. And then some of us even co-sign it. Can you imagine like co-signing something like that? Or co-signing. So co-signing is basically like, hey, you got a group of people who are like, hey, we're going to rob this bank, right? And I need you to come with me to do this robbing of the bank. You might hold the weapon, I'll hold the bag, you watch the door, corroboration, but you all are tied into this fuckery and this bullshit because you all are doing something that's low vibrational, including when you see men doing a gang R on women, running a train on a woman, including when you see our teenagers out here jumping each other, where there'll be one child and it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children jumping on them, and people pull out their phones and they record it, to the point where nobody's interrupting, nobody's saying anything, no one's protecting anyone, no one's standing up. So, where do we stand? Where are we going as a human race? Are we getting any better? Or are we getting worse? The magic of humanity. Hold on. Oh, looks like we got Queen on, y'all. Hold on. Woo. All right, she's on the back, guys. So let me get the screen up. Thank you for listening to me while I chatted. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, 1 second. She's gathering her things and preparing. So how are you guys doing today? How y'all doing? Can y'all drop some hearts in there for me? Can you show some love, brothers and sisters? I know a lot of y'all are quiet, but show some love to Queen Afua and show some love to Miss Bliss. Drop some hearts in there, y'all. Peace and love. I hope everyone is having a happy New Year, although I know not everyone celebrates this New Year. Some of us do, some of us don't. Nonetheless, whatever you celebrate and whatever you do, just make it a wonderful, wonderful time. Yes. Hearts. Oh, you got the heart emojis. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, look at the hearts, 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 hearts. Thank you guys. Thank you for the hearts. Yes, sending love and positivity and prosperity and abundance on your journey, right? Oh, I got to get up this other platform. Hold on, guys. Let me get this one going live. And let me type in the title. Now, I don't know. I'm going to be able to try to manage both of these, but we'll see what I can do now, won't we? We got to set goals here, right? While we're on our journey. Yes. So tonight we will be discussing some of the projects that Queen Afua is working on. One of the projects is, let me try to find the flyer while she get herself together. So this is one of the events. Okay, hold on. One moment. Hey, Rhonda. Peace. Peace. How are you, sis? Welcome. Welcome for coming. Yes. So this is the flyer for the event for January 25th, Saturday. And we have a number of people that will be doing a presentation, including Queen Afua. This is a online event, so it's virtual. So you don't have to leave your seat or your home. You can probably even go on if you were at work. You know, if you're at work, you have headphones, then you can participate in this virtual tour, this virtual journey. It's about holistic care. As you see, some of the speakers are from all over the United States. Oh, all over the world, actually. We have someone from Costa Rica, Los Angeles, Atlanta, New York. Shout out to the New Yorkers. Atlanta, yes, shout out to Atlanta also. So we have a number of people who will be at this event on January 25th. Yes, and it will be on for a few hours, so from 12 to 6. So if you guys would be interested in that, then I will ask Queen Afua for an update. We have Mara Escampo, Bob Johnson, Michael Beckwith, Lloyd Strayhorn. Shout out to the brother Lloyd Strayhorn. I got mad love for Lloyd Strayhorn. He's a good man, y'all. Angela Rye, Supernova Sloan, Kara Webb, and Leroy Campbell. So everything from health and wealth to numerology to eating right, maintaining your mind, body, spirit, and soul. Ashe, aho. Yes. All right. And we will also, you're well? Yes. I'm glad you're well. How's everybody else feeling? Everybody feeling good? I hope you guys are all well on this beautiful Sunday. Sunday is the day of abundance and prosperity. So for those of you who are looking to acquire positivity, and abundance and prosperity, even wealth, it's a great day to acquire wealth and have success in things that you're trying to manifest. Wonderful color to wear on Sunday is yellow. Yes, yellow, or if you have access to it, gold. Gold is another great color to wear to put you in alignment on a Sunday journey. Yes, journey to bliss. Yes. All right, so we're going to give Queen Afua a few minutes, and then she's going to come on. She is also launching, she has already launched her 7-series book. So this is, I don't have a photo of the book, and I don't have the titles. I wish that I had that. Let me see. Do I have that? No, I don't have it. So I could get it later on and post it on the internet if you guys are interested. So no biggie. But you can go on queenafua.com. And on queenafua.com, you will see a photo of the books. So it's 7 books, and it's a series of 7 books as you go through your health and wellness journey. Queen Afua is an author and speaker and holistic practitioner. So she has other books that you can also check out. I personally have Sacred Woman. I've had the book for, wow, I think I've had the book for maybe over 9, 10 years. Yeah, maybe 9 or 10 years. So I do go back and reflect back in the book every now and then. Because sometimes when you read something, you find that as life goes on, you have to reflect back on what you read, or you have to reread what you read. And you find that when you look at it again, that it's something that you didn't notice before that you're now noticing. So, Sacred Woman is a really good book. It's thick, it's a good read if you like to read. My book, I have highlights, I have notes inside of there. So yeah, my I have another book. It's a smaller book. It's about she has City of Wellness also, I think. Don't get me to try to run down all these books and remember every single one of them. Um, a lot of womb healing information in these books for the women. A lot of information on how you should operate in your feminine energy in terms of keeping yourself clean and keeping yourself in a good operational form in terms of what you're eating, what you're feeding yourself, and how to eat. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Okay, here we are. Looks like we can go live.
Okay, I can't hear her. How come we can't hear her?
Greetings, greetings.
Um, the mic, hold on.
All right, hold on.
The
Looks like you're
mic is on.
still setting up. Are you still setting up?
Oh, maybe she has to disconnect up there. 1 second.
Okay, all right, hold on. I'll remove you guys temporarily. Okay. All right, they're still setting up, guys. So we're going to give them a couple of more minutes, and I will still be talking. So yeah, so I have a number of the books that I read. I go back and I reread. I also share the books with the women in my family, and I encourage them to purchase their own. I also share the books with a lot of my girlfriends. We sit down and we read Sacred Women together, because sometimes you need that camaraderie amongst other women who may be going through something and who may need some type of support. And so Sacred Women is a good book where you can sit down and do like a group talk, a group support system. And we all need some type of support system from our sisters, our melanated sisters. So I'm looking forward to hearing about this this new book series. It's something that I do want to do a group session with women with. So I'm actually very excited. Ready? Okay. All right. So it looks like we are ready, guys. So I can stop running my mouth, right? Hold on, guys.
You look lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
You look like sunshine in the winter.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, 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 yes. I was just speaking to everyone. Hold on a second. Okay. So I was just speaking to everyone about some of the things that you have going on. So I mentioned the event on January 25th, but I'll let you give some more information about that. And then I also mentioned, well, I spoke about Sacred Woman, but I wanted everyone to know that you're launching some new books. So I do like a women's group where we read parts of Sacred Women. So this would be a new idea for us to journey forth with your new book. So I wanted everybody to know about that also. So if you could share.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate this. And we had an auspicious day yesterday because there's a few things that took place. One of the things that took place is I gave a gift I presented at, on the 11th master number at Nicholas Business Store with Monique, supported by WBAI. And it was a successful gathering of, I would say, 80% women and 20% are men. And together we did a collective healing and a book signing. And I gave this gift, which I'm going to give everyone an opportunity to get the same gift. I'm going to show it to you on hardstock, and I'll speak on it. This is the gift, right? And what happened was, and that's what opened everything up, because the day after the presidential nomination, the streets were quiet, solemn, and people were experiencing a sense of hopelessness. And if we're going to go back in time. And the next day, my marketing person said, "Well, you have to come on the call and share with, your IG community some of the things that we could do to combat, to empower ourselves in the climate that we're in." And I did bring some things, like the things that we did back in the 60s, starting our own schools and taking more responsibility of our wellness, which I see that's happening more and more now, more than ever. And buying from each other, building up our economics as entrepreneurs, and gave about 4 different points. And then after that, I started to write the rest of the evening. And I kept writing. And I said, okay, this is a proclamation or a dedication or a declaration. I was working it through, listening and channeling, impeccable listening, and just writing. And a document came as 21 points. And the 21 points are answers to basically most things that we need to be sustainable, a sustainable people. And we've been sustainable. In our history here on these shores, we created 9 cities. One such city was Oklahoma. It was burned to the ground. Other cities that we built up and we were totally self-sustainable. Transportation, banks, schools, travel, farming, food. And every time it was burned down by the others. And so my response to paying attention to that was to create a declaration that will raise our frequency so we'll have divine high level protection, that we would not be destroyed again. And within it, it represents unity. My father, Garveyite, and my mother, one of the leaders of Progressive Women for Civil Rights. Between the two of them, they taught me how to think. And they both also brought me to the March on Washington in 1964. I was 9 years old, and I was between my parents. It was raining. I just remember my pattern of the shoes, but I know that I Have a Dream was being spoken on my soul. So I just took that in over the years from Martin Luther King. And, at coming up and going in the 60s, it became totally self-sufficiency. We had our own schools. We was even doing susus. We were getting conscious of our culture, African dance and language, and being proud of who we are as Black women and Black men from the motherland to here, overcoming the slavery, chattel slavery conditioning. And we were very adamant about it. And we started getting jobs, and we started to lose our way again because we then became dependent on others to sustain us. So this document that I put together, it is about getting out the trap. There is, I have to charge this again. I have a little time. Okay. It's about getting out the trap. It's a book called 2000 Seasons. And it says there's traps for the body. That's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Traps for the body, traps for the mind, traps that have been set for our spirit, traps that have been set for our heart, These traps are very conscious traps because it kept us in slavery. It's a continuation of divide and conquer, Willie Lynch. And as long as we're there, then we're in prison. We're incarcerated. Millions of us are incarcerated, women and men, black men and women. And but it's a complex. It's an industry. You know, like you have a hair industry or a health industry. There is it's a prison industry, and who are they putting in? Who's providing the service for nothing? Us. So everything is set up. The frisking whole piece. Just pile the young people in. I will never forget. I had a center on Kingston Avenue in Brooklyn, and I was writing all night. But somebody came banging on my door storefront. It was heal thyself, know thyself, and they said, "Queen, help us! The police are coming for our people." So I jumped out. It's 12 o'clock at night. I have no fear about anything. I'm just not afraid. It's probably the green juice. Take a put 50 years. And so I ran around the corner, and the police was outside, two cars, and there were 7 young people on the stoop. And I became their mother. I said, "Why are y'all out here like this? Excuse me, police. Okay, I want you to go in the house. Go in the house, and I told you to stop hanging outside all the time." Now, that should not be the case, but that's plantation dealing. That we cannot come together. This is on our own property. What? So the police backed off because I probably was a wild, crazy mother. Take care of her kids. All 7 of them, I don't even know their names, but they're my kids, my community, and so be it. And that was it. But how often did that happen to us? And many of our young people are caught up. And then when they get out, they can't get work. And we're not in a position to hire enough of our people to take care of them. But we're going to get in that position because this document will help us. So we have many health disparities. One, others, the women, in 2000, a book segment came out, 45% of black women have fibroid tumors. Now it's 2025, and 9% of black women have fibroid tumors, which is the pipeline to hysterectomy. And there's problems that happen along the way that you can circumvent. And there's problems after the hysterectomy that you can prevent because it's not over because you had a hysterectomy. You have other problems that you don't know how to take control and take on a holistic pathway. So many other things, down to being entrepreneurs and studying economics and finance. And I mean, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 17. And, my girlfriend, Queen Afua, always laughs at me in a good way. And she said, Queen Afua never had a job in her life. Well, I have a job. You know who I work for? I work for you. I work for my people. That's my job. It's my job. That is my 9 to 5, my 5 to 12 midnight, So I do have a respectable job working on the royal family to help uplift us out of the muck and the mire. So here we are. So this is a gift. You can go to queenafua.com and you can get this gift. It's called Planet Healers. That's what we are. We're the original healers of planet Earth. Sacred Indigenous Peoples Declaration of Holistic Wellness. So whatever you need, if it's social justice, I have some IGs, some .coms here. If it's health and well-being, if it's mothers are challenged during pregnancy so that our babies do not die, we do not die during childbirth, we have our doulas set up here. We have entrepreneur training and economic empowerment. So you'll know where to go to. This is going to grow. This is not the end all and the be all. It's going to grow. And then I have here the 7 principles of Ma'at, which these are principles that we need as a people. That's caused a whole nation was based on balance, truth, righteousness, wholeness, harmony, order. And we need those principles to be active so we can grow up and break through. 80% of Black homes, families is single parent. And who's the single parents? Most of them are women raising the children, and the fathers are not there because we have our broken families plantation we never recovered. So we have to build up. I have couples who will come and help those who are in trauma to help them overcome. So our sister Stephanie McGraw, up in Harlem, a sacred woman, she has been for the last 15 years. I have a company non-for-profit to stop domestic violence. Domestic violence is toxicity, spiritual, mental, emotional. Sometimes the violence is through the word, sometimes it's through a punch, a kick, a curse, all of that. It's because we're toxic and we need to de-stress and let that pain body go. And we can do it through nature's call. So the 7 principles of Ma'at, which is from African concepts, from the Nile Valley, the 7 principles in Guzu Saba. We just came out of Kwanzaa. It's not enough to have a 7-day Kwanzaa. And this is from Dr. Karinga. We have to have Kwanzaa every single day. Do we need unity amongst us? Do we need self-determination, Kujijakalia, all the time? Do we need collective work and responsibility, Ujima? Do we need collective economics, Ujama? We have to. And all other people, they are keeping their money wrapped in their community 7 times over, 12 times over, 20 times over. They say 1 time over. That's why we don't have no banks. But I'll go to Chinatown, it got 10 banks in one whole, in 15 city blocks.
Yes.
And the city Jews around the corner, they have their bank. And when I go to that bank, they lined up, they run that bank. And then I walked down the block, they have their own police. New York is policing, protecting them while we get shot. I said, they got their own squad. And they have their own ambulance. Okay, so this goes with, I have several quotes here. This is one of them. This is Dick Gregory's quote. We will never survive until we are a community. Communities rather than neighborhoods controls 1, the banks, 2, the shops, 3, the schools, 4, the police, 5, the circulation of money, Dick Gregory. Now, John Henry Clark says, give the world a new humanity. And who can give the world a new humanity? Black people. Us. We're the most forgiving, the most compassionate, the most willing to let people come into our community. So we are that. And we come from a history of Ma'at. It's in our DNA. So I'm here to share that. Everyone can have a copy of this right now. Download it, copy it, send to your family members, talk about it, share it, and then share your skills. Share what you have to offer so we can build our economics, we can build our unity. During this time in California, with all of the fires, the natural disasters, well, I don't know how natural, but they're considered natural disasters. And they burned up people's homes and schools and businesses. And one of the things that I will say to everyone, and that's across the board, you don't have to have an emergency to start shifting. Connect with your family. Forgive them. Reach out. Because you never know when you're going to be in that condition and you're going to need help. And if you're already estranged from each other, nobody's going to open up the door. That's going to be so many homeless people. Something happened along the way. People are not opening up their doors. So we can't wait for the disaster and the trauma to hit. Call up your mother, your father tonight. Call up your auntie, your grandmother tonight. Call up your best friends you haven't spoken to for a long time and let them know how much you love them. And ask them, what can I do for you? So let's make that, because one sister called me up the day after. She said, my mosque was burned down, sacred woman. My mosque was burnt down to the ground. My school, my children's school was burnt down to the ground. Some of my friends, their places was burnt down to the ground. My house is standing, but all around it, the air is poison and it's very doom and gloom. But I was blessed. My family member let me in the house and said, here's a room where you and your children can rest. She said, I was blessed. Why was she blessed after having to run out of her home? Because she had a family member who cared enough to say, come on, there's food in the kitchen, there's a place to rest, the shower, the towels are here, and I'll help you build back. That's the level. So when a crisis happens, it can shift everything. And then I called up one of my students, and she told me, when I shared with this today, this is Layla Delia. She said, it's true. everyone's starting to help us here. I'm in California. They're putting, you know, people are sending money, and they said we're going to build. There's a black community, a fluent black community in California. They both said we're going to help build up that community back. But look at it's so a crisis can wake you up. Mine's woke me up as a teenager. I had chronic asthma, allergies, hay fever, chronic PMS, headaches, eczema. And that's what I needed to wake me up and come into wellness. So a crisis can make us better and stronger if we can allow it. So I went on and on. I have so much to say, but I mean, if you could ask me a question now, I might have answered everything already. Except
No, no, actually, it's really good. I want you to just go on and just express whatever you want to say because the family is just open to listening. So what you're saying is actually reality. It's realistic. These are things that we as a people are actually going through to live in the idea that everything is fine and everything is okay and moving forward everything is going to be okay when we could simply now start building and preparing for whatever may or may not be coming. Stay ready so we don't have to get ready is what I always say.
absolutely, absolutely. And so this is, you know, so this document came as a result of the presidency. Out of, you know, and it was like a pandemic. Everyone called me when the pandemic struck. I was so busy. I was working. I did a 21-day detox online with Black Girls Rock, and that went on for months because we were suffering and people were divided and separated, and families were breaking down and afraid of each other. If you got the shot, you didn't get. So this how people were responding the same type of way, and that led to this declaration. But something else happened yesterday at two locations, and it's sitting here on my lap. And I'll share this if I can, if I may. And again, thank you so much for giving me this moment with you
You're
and
welcome.
your community, your circle. And you can stop me at any point because I'm like possessed with this healing. And so, what I finally did is, for 17 years, I wrote a book called City of Wellness, and it was 400 pages. And not to me, unless you're super devoted, you're not going to read these 400 pages necessarily. It was based on food as medicine, 7 kitchens of consciousness, based on the original concept of the chakras, which is an African concept, which is called Arichini. So what I did is I took the book and I divided it, and then I built into it a journal. The movements are there. The signature herb is there to help to build up that part of the system. Then I have recipes to encourage you to be creative for 7 kitchens of consciousness. And then I have some inspirational information that will be added to your arsenal of your wellness. So we come out of the Black folks, the African Americans, the Nubians being sick, the sickest people with the highest level of diabetes and high blood pressure and stress and suicide, that we could actually eat ourselves into wellness, just like we could eat ourselves into disease. So the first book, and I'll just very brief, The Soul Food Vegan Kitchen. And this is a series of 7. And it's one of the things exciting about the Soul Food Kitchen is that I have the international soul food in it. And I have recipes that was like a museum. I have African American recipes from the South, the Southern soul food, and I just doctored it up. So I took out the eggs and I took out the butter and I took out the milk and I took out the shit. I said, what's left? Oh, it's another world of wellness. So that was, and then there's the Caribbean foods that are there. There's Nigerian, African-based foods there. There's Puerto Rican, Spanish foods that are there. So we have that here in this text. Then there's the second one is a manifestation lunch kitchen. And the lunch kitchen is normally after 12 o'clock, quiet on the set. We have a studio audience. I love it. Okay, manifestation kitchen means that usually after 12 o'clock, we eat food like a burger, French fries, and bagels and all of that. And then after that, we have no more energy. So those 4 or 5 hours after 12 o'clock, you're looking at your clock. You're not trying to get no more energy. You're not trying to build anything because you're sleeping. You're tired. You're aggravated, and you got to get home. So the biggest, and they even do that with children. They say, well, after lunch, we do more recreational work, arts and crafts. We use the morning for their mind, intellectual stuff. That's what I hear from many teachers and their curriculum. And the same thing happens to us. After children's lunch, they go crazy. And after adults' lunch, they get tired. Okay. So I gave some food so you can have the vitality and you can keep it, you can have a strong 8 hours. Okay. So you can manifest your greatness. Then you have the next one is this Sun Food Live Kitchen. And the Sun Food Live Kitchen is about the sun through photosynthesis gives us power. That's why even during the pandemic, everybody, the doctor said, go out and get some sun. Well, that was the doctor. The sun is the doctor, like water is, and air, clean air is, and foods from the garden, all these air, fire, water, earth. And so taking in sun foods keep you radiant and vibrant. And I acknowledge a healer in here that I've been knowing, we've been together in our work for about 45 years. That's Dr. Aris, and he's in Panama, and he's the master of live food. So I honored him. And so he's in here. And I brought some recipes for live living. So you get greater vitality the more live food you take in. That could be 2 salads a day, an avocado dressing, a fruit cup, and just whole fruit, organic, non-GMO. And so there it is. Then you have the fourth kitchen. This is all series. You can't buy these individually. You can only buy them as a series because it covers you over a whole season. You end up going through 321-day cycles, and that will break all your, what is high blood pressure, arthritis, whatever the issues are. This is, I love this one. I love them all. Don't be jealous. Oh, don't be jealous. I love this one because it's the emerald green. Green heals the heart. Green balances out the emotion. Green repairs the cells. Green helps to get rid of cancerous cells. You want to have maybe a weekend of green living or an afternoon. I remember one time I said, we're going to have a green day. We're going to have a green day today. And Erica Badu heard about it, and she sent me a little message. She said, I'd like to have a green day with you, Queen. I said, well, let's do it. So she got a podcast with me. Hello, how lovely. Emerald green. Then you have the fastest detox kitchen. By the time you do all this, you're going to love food. You're going to appreciate food, not dead substance that we call food because we put it in our mouth. We call it food. Most things we're taking is junk food. And the reason why our health is declining too, because the fast food industry is growing and we are dying. And you don't have time to eat. Well, you're going to be early leaving out your body. You have to make time to take care of yourself. Don't hit and run. Because you hit and run, you grab something here, and you're poisoning yourself and you're short-circuiting your life. Okay, the fastest detox kitchen for those who say, you could do intermittent fasting. When the sun goes down, from 6 to 6, sun goes down, to the sun come up fast, because you're going to be resting anyway. What people do is just the opposite. They usually eat during those times, more than during the daytime when the food will be processed. So here we go, the fastest detox kitchen, and some juices and things you can taste. Everybody get a juicer. I have a new juicer coming in on Monday. Woo! I'm excited.
Yay!
That's a drum roll. I had so many juices in my life. Every time I just moved from Atlanta. Okay, I had a juice over there. I left it to people there. When I was in LA, I had another juice over there. Well, I'm in New York now, and I'm getting a fresh juicer. And everybody who wants to get the juicer through me, then you get it through me, my company. I'm growing up as an entrepreneur on many levels. Okay. Ooh. Healers, Unity Kitchen. Yes, the Healers Unity Kitchen is, when you get to the Healers Kitchen, you graduated. You've got through all the other kitchens. Now, this is when you start showing up and showing out in that kitchen. You start getting creative. You say, oh, wait a minute, I can make this and I can do that and put it on cue cards. And next thing you know, these are all ways that you could get creative in the kitchen yourself. Because once you know, cucumbers is good for the kidneys, and turnips is good for the bones, and celery is good for the skin and the hair and the nervous system, and beets are good for the blood building, you just can make a soup, a salad, a juice, a dressing, and you have your medicine. And you can mix and do it all the different ways. Just don't use the microwave. Okay. the Healer's Kitchen. And one of the healers in this book is Dr. Lila Africa. He's an ancestor, so he's still living. You know, they have the living legend. He's a legend in our
Yes.
community, and he was one of my dear friends on the journey. I'm not gonna say he's my best friend, but it felt like he was my bestie because we had everything in common, and I love his comedy. So anyway, and his brilliancy. Liberation Soup Kitchen. The Liberation Soup Kitchen. I was on WBAI, and I was with Catherine, and somebody, and I just mentioned all the kitchens, and somebody said, "It's something. My stomach was hurting me," and that was a call in. And he said, and I was just like in such pain. And then I made a soup. Oh, ding, ding, ding. He said, I made a soup. And I ate that soup, and then my stomach just stopped hurting me. And I
Mm.
said, you know what happened? I said it was nutrients in that soup, and it was liquid. And you were constipated because you were eating more starch and meat. So when you took that soup and you felt full, it was actually flushing and cleansing and mineralizing, because all disease is only two things: malnourishment and toxicity. So he was being healed up by a soup. So this is the Liberation Kitchen. And this also respects and honors the soup lines, because the soup line to me represents compassion and mercy and love of a community to a community who may be of the have not. And what the people start doing is helping each other. So I have a special love for the soup lines. So those are the books. Now, these books, you can purchase them now. Now, when will they be physical? The book will not look, they won't be the spiral. The book will be looking like this, right? It'll be looking like this, same thing, okay? And so we're sending them out. All these books will be sent out on Wednesday to Amazon them up.
Ah.
And then they'll come back all ready and brand new to go out to the community. So the books will start going by the grace of the Most High. They'll start traveling out on the, I'm saying we're having an event on the 25th. The books will be traveling out that Monday officially to everyone's home, right? That so everybody be with me on this prayer vigil. I've been praying on this for many, many years, and I know it's going to change people's lives. And you can just take one book and focus in and hear the stories, and start to go shopping and eat healthy. And all of a sudden, it's like that brother whose stomach wasn't hurting anymore, just having a soup. And if you have a salad with it, and a green juice, and a lime water, you into something great. It can get
Mm.
simple. It doesn't have to be complex. You know, food is medicine, and that is my journey. That's my work, and that's my specialty.
Yes, yes, Ashe. Um, so I have a question. Where can they go on afua.com and purchase the books, or where should they go? Are they in Nicholas Bookstore?
QueenAfua.com.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and they can purchase it now. As far as I know, Trey, are they able to purchase them now? The books, the 7 books, they can go now.
It's online.
It's online. I'm getting so efficient, let me tell you. But I'm not getting efficient by myself. I have a dream team.
I know.
Because I
You
can't do any of this by myself. The only thing I can do is write the books and teach the classes. That's the best I could do. If I don't have a team helping out, because that's what it takes. But you know, the more you heal yourself, you ought to have a team. Everybody needs a team. And entrepreneurs, you need a team. You might have one person on your team. And then if the team is in harmony with you, we're all going in the same direction. So even though you may be in the front, we're all in the front, because everybody does what they do, and it makes everything work. Because I'll never forget, last year I did an event. I was in Indianapolis. They brought me in. They flew me in. 100 people was in the room. And I said, everyone, hold up your phone. You can purchase your book, City of Wellness. When they got there was no book.
oh, oh no.
Okay, I have a great team. All praises due. Okay. So the books are on. You can purchase them now. And for those who purchase them this month, I'm gonna do a special supernatural workshop with you. And that's going to be the first week, I believe it's the 6th of February, Black History
Okay.
Month. For those who purchase it this month, I'm doing special training. Now, for those who say there's 2 programs inside of these books. And for those who need hand holding, accountability partnering, then you need to come into the bigger program. And we have Majestic. She's certified as a detox specialist, a sacred woman practitioner, and she will walk you through 7 weeks. So every book, you'll get a workshop. You get that training along with the books. So they work together. Now that starts on the 25th. So you said, well, the books don't go out until the first week. Don't worry about that. We're going to send you the first book you'll get electronically, and that will follow with all the rest of the books. So let's make it happen. And you know, the whole mission that I have is to create a healer in every family.
Oof.
And a wellness center in every home. All power to
Yes.
the people. That's
Yes.
we could do that. We're gonna break all of the what do you call all the traps. We'll
Yes.
break all the traps because every day our frequency goes higher and higher, and then all of a sudden our money flow starts to happen. All of a sudden our emotional body and our mental, they say we're having depression and mental issues. We don't have mental issues, we have malnourishment issues. Our brain is malnourished. You feed that brain, the brain will come back. We have
Exactly.
old age issues in a young body. You nourish that body, detox that body as a norm, as your lifestyle, you'll stay young forever. You'll stay vibrant all your life. I feel like I'm getting a little bit better with time. But we all said.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So guys, you can go to queenafua.com. You can purchase the series of books. Remember, it's a whole package deal because this is a whole life journey. It's something you can use with your family, your friends, your business partners, your future if you're a future entrepreneur. It accommodates everything and everyone as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
Absolutely. You didn't miss a beat on this. So I
Oh,
love
okay.
it.
It's 140. Huh?
For the books.
You can say it out loud.
Queen Afua, myshopify.com.
Oh, that's what. Oh, okay then. It's called real time. Okay, let me act like it's coming from me. Queen Afua, myshopify.com. Queen Afua dot myshopify.com. They can hear your voice.
Okay. Greetings, sisters. So it is
And
Queen
brothers.
and brothers. Give thanks to the Kingman. it's Queen Afua dot my Shopify. That's SHOPIFY.com. Okay, so if you go there, then you'll see the book series only. Go to Queen Afua, it's the course and with the books. So this is so you can pre-order the books by themselves.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. So
And
Queen
if you want to
Afua.
take the training, you go to the queenafua.com.
Yes.
If you want to take the training, then you go to the queenafua.com.
Yes.
Please write that down from
Oh, okay,
Those
got you.
two
So,
different worlds. Only the books, the Shopify, right?
okay.
And it's $140 and $30 for shipping and handling.
Okay.
That's all you pay to save your family. Food is medicine. And you get the special class. Everybody who's registered this month will get the special class February 6th. And by that time, everybody should have the book in their hand. And we can have more questions. And I can pull out a few recipes from this one or that one and third. But then you have the full hands-on, and that's queenafua.com with the practitioner. I will tell you, yesterday, it was the launch of all of this. And I think I worked 54 years for yesterday to happen.
Wow.
It's a shift. And I know it. I had a dream, I had a vision that blew me away, but I'm not going to talk about it. But it just reminds me of that I had to put the pieces together. All of us have pieces that we have to put together in our lives. And when we could put those pieces together, then our life just rocket ships up. And that's the power of repairing the heart, the kidneys, the liver, the gallbladder, the brain. This mechanism is so fierce that you can speak it, and it's so you can think the thoughts. So watch your thoughts and watch what you say, because we're creating our life in every breath that we take. But on top of it, okay, this is 2025. I want everybody to claim their wellness. New year, new you, new beginning. City to city virtual tour featuring thought leaders, entrepreneurs, and holistic healers. And before I go with saying it, I want to say thank you, Raja. It was a wonderful. After I went to Nicholas, um, it was beautiful. It was a packed house. Women and men came. Books were purchased. I did book signings. I hugged babies. There was vegetarian, vegan food. Music was jamming. It was the community showed up and showed out in wellness. And so, and many of them are signing up for Sacred Women now as of today. Some are signing up for Man Heal Thyself. So you can sign up and just go deep. Because my conclusion is the more community we have in wellness and healing, we'll stay on it. If you don't have any community, that's why you keep falling off. You can't last. The New Year's resolution, it lasts about a week. Boom, off again. Then they say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna start when the spring comes. All right, all by yourself. All right, the spring cleaning come in. You last a good week. Boom, you're out again. But when you work within community, that's the key right there. And that's what Dick Gregory said. It's not, it's in community. Now it's a global community because social media allows us to have a global community. So we can change the whole planet. So when I say planet healers, it's a call out. We're the ones. So now and Oraj, I want to thank him because after I finished being all the way out there with the community, then I came to his oasis, his Lotus Oasis. It was all, we did meditation, we did breath work, we shared it, it was a lot of stillness just to like seep in. You know, after you've done a lot of external work, it's time to go home and just get quiet. So that's that. I went from 12 to 4 in one location, Nicholas. The Uber was outside. The 7 boxes were packed with books, this and the third. And then they shipped me over to the next destination. And I was there from 5:30 until 11 o'clock at night. Now, I'm not normally going to be working like that, but you know, my Trey, you know, Sacred Woman Mood Trey, our manager, she said, you're the hardest working woman in wellness. And she said, she whispered, Jay Brown. That's a compliment. I'm about to look at him tonight.
Yes, yes. You
So
know,
you have
you
your passion, you'll work that way, you know.
exactly. That's what I was saying. You can see that you're very passionate about it, and you're launching this, and your heart is involved in it, and you really are genuinely wanting to pour this into the people, into the community,
Yeah.
and that's what it's all
Well,
about.
yeah, well, you know, I love us. We are the bomb. I know all the other cultures, and that's well and good. I ain't trying to be nobody else but us. Because we are the most colorful, most creative, most innovative, most fierce fly, all that. Even if we got beat down, they didn't try to stomp on us, but we're rising up and
Yes.
we are elevating. And I am here to witness it. And I'm seeing it from my inner eye, my spiritual eye, and my physical eye. But it doesn't even stop here. 2025, New Year, New You, City to City virtual tour featuring thought leaders, entrepreneurs, and holistic healers. I called up my friends, some of them. And so one day we're going to go from New York to Atlanta to Los Angeles, back to New York, no, back to Los Angeles, to Costa Rica, back to Atlanta. And they said, how are we going to do that? And we're going to go together. We're going to go from house to house. And we're going to go on everyone's IG Live. That is going to be a trip of all trips. All of that in one day. So I'm going to be in New York with Margaret Campbell. She's a 4-time Emmy-winning journalist. Brilliant. She helped us when we were doing the City of Wellness in New York City. She did the interviews with some of the leaders, political leaders, and community activists while we were bringing forth the City of Wellness Healing. Then we have Bob Johnson, the CEO and founder of Atlanta Juneteenth. Thousands of us come out for that every year. Reverend Michael Beckwood, the CEO of Reverend of Agape Spiritual Center. He's a collective with his spirituality. All the spiritual houses come to him when he's in California. I got to reach out to him because he's in California. Lloyd Strayhorn, Numbers in You, astronumerologist, a dear friend for the last 40 years. And he's going to tell us about where we are with our numbers. It's going to be must come and hear that. Angela Rye, social and civil rights attorney. She used to be on CNN, and she would be bringing it. She was amazing and still is. Then you have Koya Webb. She is the author of, she's a master yogini, and she's in Costa Rica. And then we have Supernova Slum, best-selling author of Man Heal Thyself. That's my son. And to charge up our men, to get our men into healing, because the women are healing. But we got to get our fathers, our brothers, our sons reflecting. And then we have finally, out from Atlanta, we have Leroy Campbell. And he is an author, and he is a profound artist. And some of his work was in, what was that? Oh, gosh. Cosby Show. What was the name of that show back then?
Mm-hmm.
Right. The artwork that you would see when we was looking at it, it was, some of his work was in that space. So he's going to be on. And then this is the virtual producer is Kathleen Jones, and she has 5 million followers. So she said, "Queen, I would love to be supportive of this." So this is a community support. I just called up my friend and said, "Listen, this is what I'm doing. Can you roll with me?" And they said, "Yes, let's do this." So this whole month is dedicated to our transformation. And how you begin is how it will be. This is our year of leadership. Those who want to now become leaders in this work, you can go onto the website and then you can register for the Green Life Detox Coaching Practitioner Training. And that starts in February, but we're preparing everybody now, helping them to set up their homes of wellness. And we're just going to roll that out so that you can go in the community and teach the 21-day detox, teach and give service of the consultations. I have a system that has worked over the many decades to teach how to do energy readings so you can pick up the frequency and give them the right food, juices, herbs, and then and how to get out of pain holistically and naturally without taking over-the-counter medication that has side effects. So this is what I'm bringing, and may this encourage everyone to bring their gifts. We all have special gifts. We all were born with them. When we cleanse and detox, we get a chance to connect and see them. And so thank you, thank you, thank you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I actually have the flyer. I'm going to put the flyer up real quick for the panel so you guys could see. So it's 2025, new year, new you, new beginning, city to city virtual tour with thought leaders, entrepreneurs, and holistic healers. And there's the list of people, you guys. So this is an absolutely wonderful panel. I mean, you have put together like a whole show, a whole event. I don't know how much time it took, but it looked like it was effortless. So because you
how
have
do you know that? You're in tune. It was like a phone call. I didn't even and it was 5 and 10 minutes, and just laughter and joy. And can you do it? Of course. And during this time now, we need it more than ever. What's happening in California, what's happening around the world, and the violence, and what is happening with our new political leadership. We need the unity. We need to come together, because then we're not afraid. People are afraid. They don't know what's going to happen in their lives. But I'm saying that we can actually be the leaders, and we can affect change, every one of us. So let's stand up for our healing, let's stand up for our wellness, and let's bring it on. This is the year. We're going to bring it. Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
right. That's right, guys. Thank you so much, Queen Afua. I appreciate you. I'm so grateful for having you on this live. And guys, you can go to queenafua.com. And also if you want to purchase the books, queenafua.myshopify.com. So the difference is one you can register for the sessions, the other one you just get the books. So hopefully you guys got that all in. And remember, the virtual event is going to be Saturday, January 25th. Okay. So I love you guys. I love you, Queen Afua. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you. You guys have a beautiful night.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.